This episode of Nothing But Raiders podcast is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience the best events in town, and all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use our promo code SRT and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets.
I didn't care as much about being respected as I cared from the standpoint of winning about being feared and being imitated. And then respect could come after that. I didn't care as much about being respected as I cared from the standpoint of winning about being feared and being imitated. And then respect could come after that.
What is going on, fellas? What is going on? What is going on? Nothing But Raider podcast is definitely in the building. I am your host, Darian of the Nothing But Raider podcast, and I have my brothers here with me. Got Boy Black, aka yo, his name is crazy. But we got my boy Willie from Shakeback Media Group, and Raider Nation Hotspot, aka Hot Beavers, up in the building. How y'all doing, fellas? How y'all feeling? This Tuesday after our loss to the Los Angeles Chargers. How y'all feeling so far? How y'all feeling on this Tuesday?
We should be 1-0. We should be 1-0.
Black, how you feeling, brother?
I mean, I agree. We should be 1-0, but I don't know. What it tells me though is big picture is we better get our act together because the Chargers are not about to be the same Chargers that we can count on sitting games or winning 2 games against them a year. Like, they got a coach now. They don't have a coach over there making dumb play calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, now we're the team that's making the mistakes later in the game. So we better get it together. But I agree with we should be 1-0, but I don't know. Give me till about week 3.
Raider Nation Hotspot, what's up, brother? What's going on with you? I know you.
Man.
I don't know. Is everything all right over there, man?
Yeah, we good. I feel like it's week 1, so there's some stuff. There are some concerns, and we kind of got to go from there. I try not to go too far after 1 week, but I have some things that I'm concerned about, and the biggest one is just kind of the decision making, and then kind of doubling down on the decision making in a press conference. But we'll get to that.
All right, so say no more. Me personally, we should be 1-0. But for me, I just feel like overall, I can't even be mad at the defense, but they did what they were supposed to do. But we're going to talk about it. They did what they were supposed to do offensively. Exactly, me personally, exactly what I expected. And I'm gonna tell you why what I expected. Because it's Luke Getsy. And my problem with Luke Getsy is I think he's me personally, and I don't know about any of y'all, but I've seen him in Green Bay, I've seen him in Chicago. He is one of the worst offensive coordinators that the Raiders ever had. Sorry to say. He's worse than Todd Downey. That's just my personal opinion. And from what I've seen, he didn't, as an offensive coordinator, he didn't have this offense prepared. The offensive line was not prepared. Of course, Gardner Minshew did some annexation of Puerto Rico, aka Uncle Rico type shit, fumbling on his time. And the offense overall just looked unprepared. I was not a fan of us getting Luke Getsy. I try to be optimistic about it after, him not, being with the Chicago Bears no more. But I'm sorry. Just looking at the all 22 film, I am not impressed the way we lined up. I was not impressed of the formations. They was very predictable and typical Raider shit. Typical. Same coach. Different coach, different coaches, same result. Just my opinion on it. So we do lose 22-10 to the Chargers, right? And I want to go around and get everyone's personal recap of the game. So I'm going to start with Willie, and then we're going to make our way around, and it comes back to me. Willie, break it down. Let it be known. It's 100% raw and uncut. I don't care what you say. Let it be known. The floor is yours. You muted.
This is a plot to make me go first. That's what this is.
Nah. I knew he was gonna call on me, and as I was trying to salute my brothers here on the panel with me, I had a brain cramp, much like some of the Raiders played this past Sunday. But like I said in the opening, we should be 1-0. I did not actually see the game. Let me just preface this by saying that because I was out of pocket. Y'all know for me on Sundays, it's rough for me to even be tweeting, let alone on social media, let alone watching a football game. And I actually had a good reason because I was out with Mo Claiborne, former 3rd overall pick or 4th overall pick for the Dallas Cowboys at his lockdown camp, and I was out there with him. So I didn't get to see the game. However, I was keeping track, through the live plays, through Bleacher Report. This is what I'll say from what I have heard and the little bits of what I've seen. We could have started Aiden O'Connell if Gardner Minshew was going to play like that. And I'm jumping right in, Black, and I see you shaking your head. I'm not saying we should have. Now, put your paper down. Put your paper down. I'm not saying we should have. I'm saying we could have. All right. So let's get that straight. Max Crosby was a wrecking ball there in the first quarter. I remember texting you guys in our group saying Max, and Brock Bowers had a couple of good plays. Our offensive line is a thorough disappointment. Zamir White, dude, you act like you've never carried the ball before. I mean, how are you fumbling after a big play like that? And what I figured out is that the defense is going to keep us in games. They are going to keep us in games. They're not gonna. I can't remember. Did we get any turnovers on defense this game? Yes. Got one? None. Okay. So the defense is going to have to force some turnovers to help our offense out. But here's the thing, and we've talked about it all throughout the inception of this show. This offense is not built to come from behind at all. We got to be within 3 points or 4 points, or no, I'll say within 3 points, 3, 2, 1, or tied, in order for us to even have a chance if we're going to be down late in the game, because they're not going to be able to go down. They're not going to get any big plays. Methodically marching down the field is going to be a challenge. So the defense is going to have to keep us in games. And again, when is the last time we said that about the Raiders? The defense keeping us in the game. I'm just saying, if it continues to go like this, I look forward to Devontae being traded and us getting some picks at the deadline. I saw a way too early mock draft last week, guys, and they had Quinn Ewers going to the Raiders at number 7.
I mean, I love Quinn Ewers. I love how he played last week, but I'm a Cam Moore fan out of Miami.
Yeah,
all right,
he can play.
Okay, are y'all done now?
Go
Is
ahead.
this over?
Go ahead, because listen, when
Okay.
after everybody
All right,
done,
'cause
I'm
this-
going to rip a new. Yeah,
The
go ahead.
sky is falling. The sky is falling. Okay, listen. Context. I think watching the game, you would have a different opinion of some of this stuff. First off, Tyree got Max Crosby his first sack. So shout out to Tyree for making that happen. All right. AOC would have been sacked like 10 times in this game. So no, not something that would have worked based on what was happening with pressure. The O-line did struggle. I went back and looked at the All-22 after rewatching the game in normal, so I've seen it 3 times now. The issues, a lot of it was Miller being rusty, and Andre James getting beat with speed, which was interesting. Because he can't do that. Like, he can't start doing that, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on, man.
I said this. I'm gonna just keep it to myself. Go ahead.
Go ahead. This might be JPJ get healthy and let's do something different time if he's gonna get beat with speed. Okay. Anyway, so ruined 2 drives completely. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. Andre James gets absolutely beat by someone being quicker than him. Yay. And blows up our chance at first down. So that's 2 drives right there, right off the bat. Okay. And then Miller was looking rusty. He got pushed right back into Minshew, and Minshew was going to hit Brock Bowers on a wide open post play for probably a touchdown. So when you look at the film, there's a lot of like first week weird stuff. Everybody's getting on Minshew about the fumble, right? But the principles of the offense say that when there's a side adjustment between the quarterback and wide receiver, when the corner is playing off and there's no safety help to that side, it's an automatic adjustment to a wide receiver screen, right? Quick pass, hot screen. Minshew makes that adjustment, but Devontae didn't see the same thing. And so that's why he threw to nothing. So context there makes it different, right? Because that's miscommunication, right? First week, they haven't had enough time together. He's splitting reps in the preseason. So you see that kind of stuff. Earlier, he gets the ball out really quickly and gets it to Tucker on a little screen. And if he doesn't, it's not a first down on a 3rd down. So the kind of quick, ball handling and get the ball out fast stuff, we want that. We want that ball handling magic stuff. But then everybody got to be on the same page. Right? This is not the first time Devontae's made a mistake like this. He ran the wrong route and ran into Renfro. Even the great ones make mistakes, especially week 1, right? Zeus was a little bit better than I thought when you go back and look at the tape. If you on a run where I thought he just kind of was being hesitant, no, it was just Andre James getting pushed right into his running lane. So, Minshew avoided a lot of sacks in this game. He avoided 2 consecutive sacks on a drive and got us in field goal range. And then Colton Miller missed the field goal. So
Daniel Carson.
Sorry. Yeah, Daniel Carson. Okay. Missed the field goal. So like a lot of like this stuff is probably aberration. Hopefully we'll see some of this kind of correct as we move forward. The thing that I am worried about is the decision making from the head coach, the 4th down decision making. I think that's the story of the game. I think him coming out and saying that he doubles down on punting the ball at the end of the game makes it more concerning. Mm-hmm. So I want to know what y'all think about the 4th down decision making, because I feel like that really put us in a position where it took away our opportunity to win the game. And I think that it sent the wrong message to the team that he does not believe in the offense at all. He won't trust in them. And I'm not sure how that goes playing forward. You know what I'm saying? So what do y'all think about that too? So, but yeah, that's what I
go with his recap, and then we'll come back to that 4th down because it's some other things that I do want to say as well, but I'm gonna let Black say what he got to say about this game overall.
Okay. Now that I've had time to digest this, and I'm going to say one thing right off the top. When your boy said yesterday, well, what day was that y'all had the show? Saturday? Hotspot? Y'all had the show on Saturday, right? And the dude was saying, Gardner Minshew in opening games, don't throw interceptions. I was like, oh, God, why the hell did he say that?
Jinxing the shit out of us.
I typed it, but it didn't go through. I was like, I ain't even gonna be a hater. I ain't even gonna send it. But he gonna throw a pick now because he said that. I just wanted to get that off.
Damn, and Khalil Mack tipped it like perfectly. I'm like, man.
So here's the game for me. Like you said, you guys hit some good points because it was a lot of first game jitters, right? And so let's just address, like you said, the 4th down. It might not have been what broke the game, because a lot of times it's a series of plays that kind of lose a game, and sometimes it might be just one play that really just fuck off the game. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but remember when I was saying the team is going how AP is going? Remember in preseason when I said he was too anxious, the team was too anxious. To that game, you could tell he acted like that was his very first game coaching. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was overthinking because he was trying to coach like he was a vet, but he projected like rookie coach. Like it was a lot of little weird, like you say, things that was going on. And then that 4th and 1, it wasn't that we Raiders cigar in the locker room attitude. We gonna get this regardless. It wasn't that. So you already had that nervous energy going on with the team, and you can see it play out with the team. Now, we could have started AOC using hindsight because we would have been both 0-1. But what I did see out of Gardner Minshew, what I like about what he did, other than the little turnover, that was stupid, but I don't foresee him doing that all season long. What I did like is he wasn't fleshing the pocket like we was complaining about. He actually was standing in there going through the play. He looked at like he had command of the offense. So I was confident in the sense of, or at least we got a competent quarterback back there. Now, all the little fuckery that goes on around it, that just goes with the Raider shit. For example, we get a nice run. They call a bullshit hold on the tight end, right? It wasn't really a hold, but whatever. We get the ball back. We already was running enough to show presence, but it wasn't like we was really dominating with the run. And then we fumbled the ball. We fumbled the ball because those backs aren't used to having that priority on their back like that. So it's going to take some time for them to get comfortable like that. And so I thought maybe I was just hating because I thought the passing game was fairly decent, all things considered, that it was the first game. And Khalil Mack gonna go crazy every time he play the Raiders. Bosa don't give none, so he gonna get some too. So we gotta just know that they're gonna play weird with us like that, right? So as I just looked at these stats, and I'm almost done, we had 14 first downs. They had 11 first downs. We had 12 passing first downs. And we had 1 rushing first down. That's not good. That's definitely not good. We had a better third down efficiency than them. We had the same amount of possessions. Red zones. They had 4 red zone possessions, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. We only had 1, and we only came away with field goal, right? So the defense played solid. I'm glad they played solid. Like I said, the offense is going to put pressure on the defense because of the way there's no cohesion already. I think our defense, if I had to grade our defense, I'll give them I'll say a B-, like a B-. Like they played okay, but they didn't get to it like they could have because they was running the ball on us too. So, because Justin Herbert with his overrated ass didn't beat us. Like he didn't beat us. Right. They was running the game. They was running the ball. They were controlling the game, and they didn't panic. And we was just a bunch of clusterfucks going on. And when they panned that picture to Devontae Adams, I was like, oh, here we go with this. And then in the other Raider groups, they ready to start AOC already. Not saying you said that, bro, but like this is gonna be we know what it is. We know what it is. So God bless us.
Before I bring the Raider report up, make sure you cam up before you come on because we all cammed up. Make sure you cammed up as well. I will have the Raider report on after I say what I have to say. Now, the crazy thing is the one stat that you didn't say, Black, is time of possession. We had the ball for 31 minutes to the 28 minutes, and we only scored 10 points. That is unacceptable for me. That's just that. That there's no way we have the ball 31 minutes. We had the ball more minutes than them, and we only get 10 points. That's crazy. That's just crazy to me. I mean, with Gardner Minshew, he was 25 of 33, 257, an interception, and a touchdown. Can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at Gardner Minshew for that. But it's just like every time we get a quarterback, it's always some type of tuck rule or type of ball that just go a certain way with us. It just never fails. Like we get index cards, we get all types of stuff, and it just keeps rolling.
Hey, my man threw a forward pass that really went backwards, though.
Yeah. Like was the devil on our side when it happened? Like, come on! Like it just. I was like, yo. They're gonna set up and run it. They're gonna set up and do that. Actually, he kind of outplayed Justin Herbert. Herbert only had 144 passing yards in a touchdown. He completed 17 passes. But the reason why we lost this game, even though our offense didn't do what they were supposed to do, but J.K. Dobbins, the injury-prone J.K. Dobbins,
looking good.
That never can stay on the field. J.K. Dobbins. 10 carries, 135 yards in a touchdown. That is not Raider defense from last year. It's not. It's not. So for me, and you had the rookie McConkley had 5 receptions for 39 yards. Jacoby Myers had 3 receptions for 61 yards. I don't know. I just feel like Luke Getsy, and I understand the offensive line was not together the whole time. But I was looking at some certain formations on certain scenarios, and I'm like, why is he in this formation on this third down? Why is he in this formation on this second down? It looked so predictable that I can call a defense against Luke Getsy's formations. I'm sorry. That's how I feel about Luke Getsy right now. Understand that the offense, like with Colton Miller, Andre James, their offensive line don't have no continuity. They didn't play a lot in the preseason. But like I said, I've been telling y'all this about Andre James getting blown up. Getting blown up all the game was cringing the hell out of me. Cringe. I told y'all he's too small to play center. Move him to guard or tackle. Make him a backup, but take him away from center at this point because he gets blown up. The defensive line just like the defensive tackles was just too fast for him after he snapped the ball. It was, and I was just like, for me, Andre James got to go. We re-signed him, and we got him for the next couple of years. You was right, Black. I gotta give you your props, man. This defense is going to carry us if this offense don't get it together, especially going up against a good defense in Baltimore, which I will be at the game on Sunday. That's going to be very interesting for me to watch.
Can you bring some magic with you then?
I listen. Do I have to get a Gardner Minshew wig? Do I have to get one of those?
Mustache something.
I get the beard mustache combo thing. You know?
The beard mustache combo something. I might have to go to the Halloween store and get something. Get an Uncle Rico type of mustache or something.
Yeah, don't forget the headband too. You gotta get the
headband. I got a few headbands here, so But
it should be neon though.
What, a neon headband?
Oh yeah.
Oh hell. Oh hell.
I mean, but if you gonna do it, you gotta do it all the way.
Listen, I'm wearing a black jersey. I was going to get a white headband because I'm wearing a black jersey because I got my wife wearing a white jersey. We doing the matching thing. So
you can get away with the white one. That's cool.
Yeah, you know, I can get away with the white one. So, but overall, I just think our office, we hopefully this office this week will be more gelled, knowing that, you know, hopefully JPJ, well, you know, Jackson Power Johnson, JPJ, I said it right. Hopefully he comes back, he could get in tune with this offensive line because we really need it. Yeah. And the fact that Zamir White, I mean, overall, if you look at the box score, overall, we only ran the ball 22 times between Zamir White, Alexander Madison, Gardner Minshew, and Jacoby Myers.
It's not going to cut it.
It's not going to cut it. It's not. Average, and that's an overall average of 3.2 yards a carry.
Yeah,
not going to cut it.
And that's the exact reason why we keep saying that number one, like we've been saying, the defense is going to have to carry, or they're going to have to hold the line. And then the second part is that we just are not going to be able to come from behind, man. It's just not going to happen. We need to.
I think, look, I'm not trying to me, I said it was embarrassing. I made a video saying it was embarrassing because it was embarrassing, but like, I mean, I'm trying to give it patience because half of these players didn't play in the preseason. Like Devontae Adams didn't play in the preseason. This whole offensive line didn't play in the preseason. So I'm trying to make it seem like, can we get some continuity out of our offensive line? Because that's where it starts. If it starts there, if we could get the protection that we need, if we saw that when Gardner Minshew had protection, he could go through his progression. He could get it to the wide open person when we have that protection. If he doesn't have the protection, we're screwed.
Yeah.
But I don't. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, that touchdown pass to Madison. You know, you go back and look at that. He went through. You know, he started on the left side of the field, went through all of his reads in about 2.5 seconds and got that ball to Madison. If he doesn't get it to him then, it's not a touchdown, right? Most people probably just throw a stick route to the tight end on that play, which is what was the third read. But, you know, being able to get through your reads quickly and get the ball out of your hands to the right person does have value. And that's why Madison was able to have space to get, you know, do what he did, make a guy miss and then score. So that was key.
So before you go, Willie, I just want to introduce my guys. I have talked to him on Instagram. He's been tagging us in a lot of posts. And you know, if you see the posts on our Nothing But Raider podcast, he has been tagging us in a lot of things. But my boy, the Raider Report, is in the building. So, what's up with you fellas? How you doing, man?
I mean, Sunday was disappointing. I had a little better expectations for the game overall, but wasn't great offensively, like you guys have talked about. The O-line was and we need JPJ at center.
Ooh, JPJ at center. Okay.
JPJ, I don't think James is I don't think he can be the center for this team, man. He can't be. Dylan Parham had a good game overall. I liked him, but Colton Miller got dogged. I don't know. He got dog walked over there on the left side, which was a little disappointing. But for that, I mean, we've seen him every year. It seems like over the last 4 years, not many people talk about it, but he struggles in the first few weeks, and then he picks it up as he goes. But overall, the line needs to be better. It had its good plays. Gardner had, I think Gardner took a few too many sacks. Like, there was a few chances I think he could have thrown the ball away, which would have been a lot better than taking the sack he took. The fumble behind him, I can't tell you what he was thinking on that play, but
it was typical Raider football. Like,
yes,
it was a typical Raider blooper that we see.
We looked like a clown show on offense, and the defense did it. I mean, the defense can only do so much until it's on the field for too long.
Yep.
You know,
I love the Crosby and Wilkins duo, but we need to see Tyree stay healthy. We need Malcolm Kuntz back.
Okay. Yeah. Breaking news, guys. About an hour before the show, there's a good chance Kuntz not coming back this year.
That sucks.
And
yeah, that'd be terrible.
There's also a good chance that Tyree's more hurt than we think. So just be prepared.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that's why they signed that? Was it Kavion Chastanon?
I don't think they signed him yet.
Yeah, they signed him to the practice squad. There'll be more signings coming. More defense.
Yeah, there's definitely more signings coming in.
That man, it just sucks if we lost Tyree for the year and Malcolm Kuntz. I mean, I was kind of like hoping that D-line would get to play together, but
man,
this offense,
we can't have nice things.
No, I do also think, I mean, I talked about it with some other Raider fans that I know, but I do think there's a chance that Gardner may not make it through week 4 if this is how, I mean, even when he did have his moments, I don't think he was consistent enough. I think he did give himself some pressure at times. I don't think he was the greatest. So, I mean, if this team's, I mean, somehow, I mean, I do think we'll lose this week. I don't want to lose, but it's the Ravens. I think they're a better team than us. And from what I just saw in our offense, I don't know if we're going to score more than 10 points against the Ravens. I mean, they're still good.
I disagree on that. And I'm going to go around and put everybody on there. Now, let me just say this, because when it comes to Gardner Minshew, like I said, 25 of 33, 257. That is not bad, overall.
How many sacks did he have? How many times he got sacked?
He got sacked 4 times. So that's an offensive line issue. The fact that he completed 25 passes out of 33 and got sacked 4 times. I think that's he actually sat in the pocket. He like Black said, he didn't get flustered. He didn't roll out as quickly as he did. He actually sat in the pocket and looked through his progressions, and the offensive line just didn't block. I think the biggest thing is, like I said before you came up here, if Gardner Minshew gets the protection that he needs, he could get the ball to the receivers.
Yeah,
he can't.
And guys were running.
But that starts with a run game, though. See, you guys really was emphasizing to me how this run game was, and I was telling y'all that run game ain't like that. I'm telling you, because it's not enough experience to put it on them like that. We're not a passing team. Like, we're not a passing team. We're a balanced team. Like, if you was to go to Madden and have the offense, you don't want to have no pass-heavy team with this team. It's a balanced offense. We got to be able to run the ball to keep Khalil Mack and Bosa. When they pinning their ears back, they're going to do that to anybody. Like, when you ain't got no run game or a very limited run game, that's going to happen to whoever the quarterback is. Like, we didn't lose the game because of Minshew and what he didn't do. Yeah, sure, he did throw the pick, the or whatever, the turnover that was dumb. Like, yeah, that's on him for sure. But it's not the O-line like that. The O-line played okay enough. It's that our lack of run game. It's the coaching, because for whatever reason, we're playing hella tentative And now I'm starting to really see, like you say, it's the old coordinator. Like, it might really have something to do with him because of the play calling. So if we could just adjust some of them things, we'll be fine. Because I promise you, if they make an adjustment, and for whatever the reason is, the Raiders beat like the Ravens, all this stuff we talking today is going to be null and void. I promise you.
Right. And I noticed with Luke Getsy, we know I love Zamir White. I do. I'm a big advocate for him. But Luke Getsy does not play the Zamir White strengths. Even if you look at, he's not an outside zone type of running back. If you looked at the run that he got with the 44 yards, it was in between the guard and the centers. If you get him up the middle, he would get you those yards. And you've seen it before. Michael Mayer got the holding call, and then you saw it again. You saw it even with Michael Mayer if Michael Mayer would have never got that holding call, that would have been the first down. We wouldn't be talking about a fumble from Zamir White.
Exactly.
But we see that Zamir White is
that penalty
a 2-4, possibly 6 hole type of runner. He's more inside instead of outside.
The outside zone West Coast offense requires that you do the outside zone. Like, a lot of the plays are predicated off of establishing the outside zone run and playing off of it. You cannot not do that in this offense. It's a requirement. If he can't do it, then Madison can.
Yeah, you know so you like, throw Madison in there.
It's just going to be what it is.
Right.
Well, then the crazy thing about that, because one thing I did see was a lot of bounce to the outside that we could have done. So you're saying it's required for the offense so that way the spreads could be right. So I get that, right? But the thing is, if they know that he's not going to bounce it out, it don't really matter that it's there. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that he's going to run downhill, because when he was running downhill, I was like, you know what? I might be sleeping on our run game a little bit, because we ran it enough to be respected. They just didn't call it enough, or they just don't have enough experience at it or something. We just need to tweak it. I don't think it's bad. I don't think our running game is bad. I just think that I'm going to put it on the coaches. They not gelling it together the way they need to, and I'm gonna just put that on first couple game jitters, you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know what we got. We don't know.
Yeah,
we don't.
First game, there was a few chances that I really thought when we had, I think it was 2-3 drives I watched where like we had gotten like 3 or 4 first downs, and I felt like we should have been hurrying up and trying to get, quicker offense, get going at least, and try to, rush another and get some more yards, because when we slowed it down, it just didn't work.
Up tempo might have some.
Yeah, we need. I think we need to find a way to put some more tempo in the offense. If we can get we had like 3 plays there straight first downs, like 3 straight first downs. There's where you need to go tempo and keep pushing it. And we slowed it down.
I got a question for y'all, right? Because y'all are right now, you're my eyes and ears to game 1, because like I said, I didn't actually get a chance to see the game, but I actually had been seeing some rumblings out there about Madison being RB1, and if Getsy's offense is predicated, the run part of it is predicated on the zone scheme, would that be a bad move to insert Madison there at RB1?
I mean, look, the things that we question about Zeus, right, is his ability to, bounce runs outside or get to the outside, even though he's a 4-4 guy, which is weird to me. And then also, his ability to make the right read, and like the zone is predicated on the running back picking the right hole and cutting back to the right space and reading. And if you don't do that, then you miss huge chunks and opportunities. So either he looks like the guy against Kansas City last year and, figures out where he's supposed to go, although a lot of those were power plays. It may be that he doesn't fit the zone scheme, and that means he's, a power back, and that's fine, but not for this offense. So,
in that case, there though, the offensive coordinator and Pierce and whoever the offensive consultant is, which is Tom Coughlin, right? Yes.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
So then they need to do what they do. They need to make the adjustments and put in at least a portion of a scheme in place that is going to be a good fit for what you got now, as opposed to thinking or as opposed to what you want or what you wish you had. They need to earn their money if that's the case.
I just don't think Zeus is worth designing an offense around. So if he hasn't earned the right to design an offense around him. So if he can't run an outside zone scheme, then put in a back that can, and let's keep it moving. We're not going to change everything for Zeus. I'm sorry, he's not worth that.
I saw somebody.
It doesn't work that way, but what I'm saying is that when it comes to if you're going to run, if you know you're going to run, right, a zone blocking type of play in that scenario, that's where substitutions comes in as a coach. You throw Alexander Madison in there when it comes to zone blocking. Now, if you're going to do I formation or you're going to run it between the tackles in the center, then you throw Zamir White in there.
So it's not really
right now. That's hella predictable.
It actually suits each running back. And if you look at it, Alexander Madison was 3.8 and Zamir White was 3.4 yards per carry.
I saw somebody in the chat, y'all. I saw somebody in the chat mention Lob as far as the zone running scheme. Maybe because of his speed, but do we?
Loud, and it's Lobby.
Lobby, my bad.
Yeah, he's actually a extremely experienced outside zone runner, cutback monster is what I call him. He's very good at reading those holes. Can press the outside and then cut back, or just take it outside and then take it to the house. He can catch up the backfield, that sort of stuff. So, but Madison was looking really good in my opinion. And then Zeus looked really good on the power stuff too. So I feel like we just had them flipped. Like they had Madison is kind of like the short yardage power guy, and Zeus is the everything back. I think it's the other way around right now. So
Hey, what would y'all rate the quarterback play this last game? Just give me a grade, because I really got.
I'll give it a B, because the turnovers weren't, to me, turnover worthy plays. It's kind of like just miscommunication between him and DA, and then him getting the hand up, Mac and kind of tipping the ball in the air. That happens, whatever. But he did have 75% completion percentage, made some really good reads and throws, avoided some sacks. So I liked what I saw from him. I give him like a B minus, something like that.
Yeah, I would have to go B minus as well, almost closer to a C, but I'm on the edge to say B minus, just because of sometimes, like I said, your offensive line is what reflects on your quarterback if your offensive line doesn't get it together. So the 4 sacks is for me, but like you said, the lack of communication with the screenplay, but like you said, 35 completion percentage. 25 of 33. I mean, you can't really be mad of that 250 something yards and a touchdown. It's not like he threw 4 interceptions while he got sacked 4 times or something of that nature. I don't think he played bad. I mean, it's just that we just couldn't sustain drives when we really needed it. So I give him a B minus overall.
So what would you rate the O line?
Here's my question. Here's my question.
I'm giving the O-line a D.
A D?
A D.
Hold on, man. All right, what would you rate? What would you rate the O-line?
I'm giving him a D for pass blocking. Run blocking, I'm giving him like probably like between a B minus and a C. But pass blocking,
that's the C average.
Yeah, I'm.
I feel like it was 2 different halves, man.
4 sacks. I'm sorry, I can't give them nothing higher than a
all
C.
in the first half. In the first half, the offensive line played like dog shit. They got their ass whooped, okay? But then they started to figure it out in the second half and played a lot better. It was really like 2 different halves, you know what I mean? Like obviously there's some adjustments made and stuff like that. I say overall, I mean, it's like a C minus, right? Because you want to play better than that on average. From the
my question to you guys was going to be this: how can it be a B or even a B minus? Wait a minute, Black guy. No. I'm talking about the offensive line, the offense as a whole. And when I say as a whole, I'm asking you to take into account, not separate the run play, the run line, or the run blocking from the pass blocking. I mean, like as a whole. My question is,
a whole, we saw potential where this offense can be when Gardner Minshew has protection.
Okay, but what I'm asking though is that, hey, how can it be a B minus for this game when Gardner got sacked 4 times? No matter how you look at it, there's 3 turnovers. There's red zone issues that still continue to be carried on from year to year to year with us, and we only scored
one time.
But and what happened? It was a field goal, right?
Yeah, but that was a missed field goal on Daniel Carlson. So can we really blame the offense for getting that in position?
That wasn't a red zone.
It wasn't a red zone. But how does the quarterback get a B and the O-line was a D? So what the hell was the running backs?
Overall, I just was not. For me, I'm going off of. I give Gardner Minshew that B minus statistically.
Okay.
So the offensive line, when it comes to running the ball, they played really well running the ball, but passing, I'm sorry, like I can't. 4 sacks. I can't just deviate that. I can't.
Yeah, but look how many completions he had too, and look how 75%. You telling me it wasn't because of Minshew, it was because of O-line.
Yeah, but guys,
the offensive line until we see better protection. I'm not impressed.
I don't want you to be impressed. I just want to look, I think the O-line was a C, like straight across the board was a C. You can say that they was a D in the or in one thing and a B in one thing. It's a C, whatever. I'm just saying, I just think there was a solid C. It's a lot of room for improvement, but they didn't shit the bed with a D, like a D. This nigga had 75% passing, like, because he stood in the pocket.
He stood in the pocket, but then he got away from But mind you, if he wouldn't have stepped up in the pocket or slide left or slide right, he's more than 4 sacks. I'm just being honest with you.
He's supposed to.
If he didn't do that, he'd be 8-0 corner.
More than 4 sacks,
right?
Here,
and that's what he does.
But no, that's cool though. That's cool because I want to see what a C grade looks like to y'all.
I wouldn't say running backs in F.
I give him a C.
I wouldn't say that.
The running backs was like I would have gave them a C minus.
I mean, the running back scored the only touchdown in the game.
Yeah, but they also the reason why the game got flipped on his head too with that turnover.
Because of the fumble.
Yeah.
That was a great play by Bosa, though. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, it was,
but so what?
It would never happened if Michael Mayer would have never held the play before.
That wasn't holding, though.
It wasn't holding, but it was a bullshit call. It was.
What happened to play before that? I think that was a makeup call or something that they was trying to make up or something. I don't remember, but I know that wasn't holding, though. It wasn't holding.
It wasn't holding. It was a clean block.
Yeah, it was.
It was a clean block.
So can I continue to ask y'all questions since I didn't get a chance to see it? And I'm again, let me ask y'all about the tight ends, because I know Brock had one nice play. I didn't hear Mayer's name called that much or see his name show up on the live play-by-play virtually or whatever it is. Other than the holding penalty that y'all are saying wasn't a holding penalty. How do y'all think this tight end group did as a whole?
I think, if you look at Brock Bowers, he has 6 receptions for 58 yards on 8 targets. Michael Mayer only had 3 targets with 2 receptions and 3 yards.
Yeah, he was actually the tight end, on the deep play where Minshew got ran into. I misspoke. Bowers stayed in. He went deep. He was wide open on a post route for probably a touchdown. So keep that in mind. But, yeah, they look good to me. Bowers was wide open a couple times, and they used Mayer, I think, in a kind of a smart way to help with the offensive line. And then there were some opportunities where I think him and Minshew got to get on the same page as far as him leaking out the last second, and then him being open because he'll drop the block and kind of get out there as an outlet. But yeah, I liked the tight end group. They look good, and I think the mixing up what they do. Sometimes Bowers is going underneath and it's Mayer going deep. Keeps the defense off balance. So look good.
Did they split Brock out wide? Enough in y'all's opinion?
They mixed up Brock a lot. They started him. Sometimes they put him on the offensive line and chip block and then go out in a route. They put him in a slot. They moved him a lot around on the offense. That's one thing I could say about Luke Getsy. They tried to get creative with Brock Bowers a lot.
DJ
yeah, they had a 13 personnel. They had a 13 personnel with trips with a tight end and then flexed them out. Like that's going to create matchup. Matter of fact, the catch that bruh made, that was like he was in a wide receiver type route. Like so, that's going to create a lot of matchup issues. And if we want to run downhill, we can run downhill that way because there's less people in the box. You know what I'm saying? So right. I did like the creativity about that, but like you're saying about Getsy, I don't see. It's like when you need him to make a play or you need a play call, it's like, where the hell was that on the card? Like, where the hell you get that from? Like, it wasn't necessarily a bad play. It's just like the bad play at the wrong time. Like,
right. And I just feel like now it's time. If you're going to have Trey Tucker out there, you got to put him in some type of motion, move him around. Just don't line him up in a slot. You put him in any type. Have him run behind the running backs and bring it back, or do something to make this defense confused. Because Trey Tucker's fast. Like you got to use your speedsters the way they're supposed to be used. And Trey Tucker could do a lot, knowing that he did a lot of punt returning and kick returning and stuff at Cincinnati. If you go look at his tape, they was very creative with him. Do the same thing here. You got to be creative with Trey Tucker. I like what he did early in this game, but you got to get it to your playmakers as much as possible.
So we got to look at Getsy for that then. Like right off the bat, we got to look at Getsy. Okay. Yeah. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in that cat, to be honest with y'all. I mean, when the hire was made to bring him in from Chicago, the only other thing that would have given us, or in my opinion, given us hope, was the fact that he was in Green Bay with Devontae. But Devontae and wide receiver is not the only position on the field that you got to coach up and everything and design plays for. I wasn't a fan of that guy, and I don't know if this was an Antonio Pierce hire or if this was a hire from Telesco. But be that as it may, I hated it. I hated the hire.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of Luke Getsy either. But I just want to throw these out here real quick. They have the according to RaiderWire.com. They have the Ballers and Busters for the Week 1 Chargers loss. So this is the list of busters that they put on here. So they got Colton Miller as a buster.
Put it on the screen.
They put Antonio Pierce here. Colton Miller, Antonio Pierce, Gardner Minshew, Devon Diablo, Zamir White, Andre James, Trayvon Merrick, and Daniel Carlson. I think that's for the busters, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. Let me just check this. So that's the busters: Colton Miller, Antonio Pierce, Gardner Minshew, Devon Diablo, Zamir White, Andre James, Trayvon Merrick, and Daniel Carlson. Now the ballers that they have on here is Max Crosby, Robert Spillane, Jacorian Bennett, Alexander Madison, Christian Wilkins, AJ Cole, Thayer Mumford as an honorable mention, Devontae Adams, and Nate Hobbs.
I heard Jacorian did his thing.
Yeah, he looked good. Really good.
Yeah, I heard he did his thing.
Yeah, we're not worried about Jacorian right now. But the secondary looked very good. I'm surprised Merrick was on that list, honestly, because he made some outstanding plays in the game.
I was surprised that Trayvon Merrick was on that list for busters too.
Yeah, so that's weird.
You know why they put Trayvon Merrick on there? Because he dropped that interception.
That's what I was about to ask. He must have dropped the
Come
pick.
on,
Sure pick.
man.
Let me just read it off.
It was a hard catch. Dang, they be killing that dude in his hands. Go ahead.
Okay, so they said that for Trayvon Merrick, the first big run of the game went for 46 yards, but had several chances to be stopped before it got that far. Trayvon Merrick was the last line of defense, and he missed the tackle. If not for Nate Hobbs chasing down the play, it would have been a touchdown. The final touchdown of the game was given up by Trayvon Murray, who also didn't miss the tackle. That's why they put him on there for Buster.
Come on.
Yeah, but I don't expect him to be like that all year long.
So so how y'all feel about that list of busters though? Like, do y'all agree with that, or do y'all think
For the
who
most
should have
part,
been?
not Gardner though. He wasn't no buster.
I don't think he was a buster either.
And they had Daniel Carson on there too.
Yeah, because he missed a field goal.
Yeah, they had Daniel Carlson on there too. Said the kickers should not be missing field goals inside the 50. Carlson missed one from 49 yards out that would have given the Raiders the lead in the third quarter. That's why they put him on there for Buster.
That was a huge miss.
But see, the messed up part is we don't have no. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah, the miss deflated the defense also. Like, you know what I mean? They came out.
But it shouldn't though. It shouldn't though, because see what that tells me is the team is on eggshells already. Like a field goal like that should make the team feel no kind of way. Not the first game of the season.
Hold on, Black, but
like
and again,
or something.
Yeah, hold on, guy. But here's my question. All right, I got a lot of questions, man.
I feel like I'm getting interviewed.
Well, I mean, hey, that's my contribution to this week's show because I didn't get to watch the game. So now I'm making y'all think. I can't be the quarterback this game. I'm not gonna be the receiver. Let me be the placeholder. Let me be the long snapper this particular show.
Miss a field goal, okay?
Yeah, right. Man, you made me forget my question now. You can't do that to a person that's over 50, dude. Then we'll lose his train of thought in a heartbeat.
That means you
gotta wait till somebody else starts talking, then it'll pop up in your head.
You get that dementia?
I don't know what it is. Hey man, let's not do that. Shout out to all the people, man, that's suffering from that disease and all of their caregivers, man. Yeah, it is real.
Funny as hell though. My papa got dementia and I watch him, so that nigga funny as hell. I should make a channel just for him. Y'all think I'm playing? I'm gonna show y'all some shit one day. Y'all gonna be crying.
No.
Oh, here's my question. See, I knew
here we go.
I knew it was gonna come back. So, Black, this is my question for you because you said they shouldn't be like that. They shouldn't get deflated. They shouldn't this. They should. We know that they shouldn't. But from what I was able to understand, the defense bowled up plenty of times in the first half. I mean, even after even after the fumble and they were deep in the red zone, they bowled up and held them to a field goal. Okay. So you carry that on into the second half, right? And it happens again. So now the defense is looking at the offense like, you know, what y'all doing?
And see, you don't too. This is why so I feel like we have not hashed out this fourth down decision thing enough. Because first off,
I can't get my question answered.
I got a quick answer for that. Here's the quick answer for that because I agree with you about the fourth down thing. The reason why they shouldn't feel some type of way because this is only week one. Like we know Carlson ain't gonna be missing field goals like that all year. Yeah. Like what happened to having our nuts on the table? Now they back in our pocket. Like what the hell? Like the reason why he was talking about. Well, I'll go for it because we're going to be aggressive and all this. And then you got cerebral. And then the one time you should have put your nuts on the table, you put them in your pocket. So what happened is it trickled down to everybody.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Respect.
I don't have to say shit because he said it all. That's it. Be consistent, bro. Be consistent. Aggressive or not? Do you believe in the offense or not? Right? Because it sounds like you don't believe in the offense. Right?
Because to keep it real, Minshew really made the bad read on that because Devontae was past the first down marker right there. It just happened that Brett was right in front of Minshew. But the thing about it is that could have had something to do with pressure. It could do with anything, right? So you could say, well, Minshew could have threw it to Devontae Adams. But in that situation, though, that just foreshadows me, okay, we don't know what kind of team we are because you saying we like this, but then when we got in the situation, you put it on the defense back. First of all, the whole game has been on the defense back because we can't win too many games with 10 points. I'm sorry. We're not going to be, we're not that good. Like, for real. Like, we need to score 21 points at least every week. And that's not a Minshew thing. That's not a Zamir White thing. That's not even an O-line thing. That's a Getsy thing.
Right.
Yep, it starts at coaching.
Yep. You said Minshew Pinshew, right?
Bronson Pinchu.
Oh my God. I was waiting for it.
Gardner Minshew.
Waiting for it.
Yes.
I think I might have to put that on the shirt and put that on the merch site.
Oh,
right.
Hey,
Strangers.
I'll buy one.
And y'all,
Put him and Aiden O'Connell together.
For real.
Yeah.
So Raider Solo
Yeah.
said, my guy Tyree came in and jumped in one time and ended up on the IR list.
Right.
That's very sad. That's very sad.
Yeah, Jeff, I try to be
played-
optimistic about
Man.
Tyree Wilson, but I can't be now.
He was playing
He's just
well in
injury
this game,
prone.
and then he got injured.
Injury
That
prone.
sucks.
Injury prone. And
I
the
mean,
fact that
and
we
it's
might
not
lose
like-
Miles too.
Oh,
And-
so
and
the
it's not-
fourth
and
down
it's not-
thing.
Oh,
So
yeah,
so the
yeah.
so the fourth down thing, right? Do you think if given that situation again, do you think AP do the same thing though?
He said he would.
On third
He
down or
did?
fourth down.
He came out in press conference and said the fourth down decision at the end of the game was the right one.
Oh no, then well, you know what?
Oh, he did double down on it. He doubled down on it.
Oh,
He
you know
doubled
what
down
then?
on it.
You know
That's
what
why I
then?
feel like it's Art Shell 2.0. That's what I'm scared of. Art
Oh,
Shell is a
damn.
coach who had this same issue with time management, fourth downs, when to punt, when to go for it. Cost us a lot of games. We ended up 8-8 out of the playoffs, 9-7, second place, 10-6. Just we'll see.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he shouldn't have doubled
Gotta
down
worry
on
about
that. For I understand that if that you don't trust in your offense right now, but in that situation, when you want to win the football game, you got to go for it. You got to go
I
I
for it.
could
Because
live
if
with
we punt-
that.
because the fact
I
that
could
we
have lived
punt
with that if
ball
we didn't
back-
get it.
the fact that we
You go
put that
for it
ball
early.
back, if we
You
didn't
go for it
I
early.
don't think we touched the ball the rest of that time after we punt the ball back.
So it was fourth.
You
It
go
was
for
fourth
it
and
early.
what? It was fourth and what?
There was fourth and
One.
one.
At where? On what?
At their
On
On
what?
the other side of the 50, wasn't we?
At their
On the
I think
40
We were
yard.
exactly at the
I think
50.
we was on a
He
40.
went for it early from our 40.
It was on
Right.
our 40.
Early,
He was on our
early
40.
it was the first time,
He had.
and then
He has no.
then he
he
puts
has
it from
no.
their 40.
He has no. Wait a minute. Wait. So the fourth down that's in question was fourth and one from our 40 or their 40.
Both.
Yeah, it was both.
The first
I
time
think
it was
he
from
went
our
for-
40 when he chose to
I
go
think he
in the
went
first
for it when
half
it was on
when
their
the
40, right?
defense was fresh. And then when the defense was tired in the fourth quarter, he decided to punt it from the other team's 40 when there's like 7 minutes left.
Bruh.
Okay. And he doubled down on both of them, both decisions.
Well, they
Uh-huh.
probably didn't ask him about the first one, but the first one was the one I thought he should have punted.
Agreed.
Absolutely. That's some Brandon Staley level shit.
Yeah.
The first one he should have punted, and that last one. And the thing about it is, it's not even so much if you make it or you don't with this particular team. It's about what kind of identity are we going to forge as a team? After game one, we don't have an identity. Matter of fact, after game one, Bronson Pinchu is our leader because you're the only one that played like somebody then. I mean, like, and that was and that was the last person they named to start. So
Now, do
Yeah,
you
somebody-
think that having, Marvin Lewis in the building and Tom Coughlin in the building is really going to get in his ear about time management, that clock management stuff. You know, will we see that adjustment in Baltimore now?
He needs to. Somebody needs to. He doesn't need that responsibility. Now, I understand that only the head coach can call timeouts. See Kansas City versus Baltimore. As the rest,
we saw that.
As the rest continue to have on red and white and black jerseys when they are referencing Kansas City games. But somebody needs, that's a responsibility he needs to relinquish. And they got those headsets for a reason, right? Somebody can be like, yo, you need a timeout, or yo, you need to go for it, or whatever. But I think that would be a good thing to delegate, especially if you got Marvin Lewis and you got your Super Bowl head coach from beating the Patriots in the building or in the venue or whatever.
Is Marvin Lewis even there? Like, where was he?
I was about to say, them fools is up there with Charles Woodson taking shots of whiskey.
Yeah, they're not on the sideline, bro. Like, if he need to have one of them there. If this,
No, first of all, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. We got a problem with calling timeouts now already. Like, what the hell going on already?
Not timeouts.
I think the only problem with me was he shouldn't have went for it on the first fourth down and went for it on the second fourth down.
Oh yeah,
somebody had said something about clock management. That's why we went into about the timeout stuff.
Yeah. I got you.
Well,
about clock management.
Okay, what would it take for us to win this week?
Clock management can be adjusted though. That's coaching adjustments from week to week though.
Right. And y'all gotta understand something.
You gotta admit you're wrong. You have to admit it's a problem. He said
Raider Nation. This is what we gotta realize too. I don't think any of us on this panel are panicking. As of today, right now, I don't think any of us are panicking. But what we have to realize, Raider Nation, is that we got a first year offensive coordinator. We basically have a first year head coach. They're gonna have to make adjustments as well as a unit, as a coaching unit. So,
No, my bad.
Huh?
I said we got a first year running back, first year coach, first year, a lot of shit.
Yeah, so it's gonna be.
But the thing about it is, Black, we have first year everything in the last couple of years. Let's just be honest.
For real.
But the elder statesman,
first year everything, first year head coach, first year offensive coordinator, first year quarterback. Jimmy Porn Garoppolo, like, come on, like
that's very true. But the point is that there's gonna be these growing pains that we're gonna suffer through. So let's not, Raider Nation, I'm gonna be the calming voice behind the microphone. Let's not panic.
I'm gonna be the rational voice behind the microphone. Come with me and pack your boat because this is sinking already.
No.
Wait a minute, we just said we weren't panicking, man. You're gonna make a noise.
Don't panic. No, it's a small hole right now, so you ain't gotta panic. You can go get something to eat if you want to. Just when you feel water on your feet, don't start panicking. That's all I'm saying.
What's the first thing people tell you not to do when you are in a pool and you don't know how to swim?
Don't panic.
And what does that person do?
Panic.
So by you telling them not to panic, that's what they're gonna do.
You're right. Don't listen to me, y'all. Don't listen to me.
Oh my God.
Listen, there was a lot of good things, Nation. Okay. People were open. The defense looks dominant. Minshew looks like a competent quarterback. The team is inspired. We still have Max Crosby. Christian Wilkins looks unblockable. Our corners look all right. The Spillane looks like fucking all pro, right? Like, we got a team, guys. Like, and it's not that bad. But
okay, you right. You talking me off the head. You right.
I'm glad you said that, Hotspot, because we actually, for the last hour and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 seconds, we have been really focusing on the negative. We have been. Let's just call it what it is. I think it's a balance of negative and positive.
No, sir.
I think it's a balance.
We're Raider fans.
I think the only big negative thing that we talked about. I think the only big negative thing that we talked about this whole podcast, how bad the offensive line was.
Yeah, but we stayed on it for like 40 minutes.
We talked about the whole team for 40 minutes on both sides of the ball.
I know that this is the Nothing But Raiders podcast. What other team are we going to talk about?
It's
So
nothing but
what
random
do we?
podcasts. That's what we do.
To be positive, then what do we need to do this week to win? Because if we do win this week, then we that like let's say our defense get at it, right? Like for real, like play with a chip on their shoulder, and the O line was like fuck that. We gonna go from a D to a C plus or a B minus, and Minshew stay somewhere near where he at. And we fuck around and win. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like they're unstoppable. Then what do we need to do?
They can't be beat.
Max Crosby. They could not block Max Crosby the last time.
And their offensive line has problems too.
Yes,
I'm talking about the Ravens. Their offensive line has problems too.
Yes.
And
that's how
we talk about first year everything for us. Well, they got a first year defensive coordinator. You know, one of their leaders is gone from last year in Patrick Queen. They're not very dynamic offensively. I mean, other than Zay Flowers, and I think Jacorian can hold his own, more than hold his own against him. I mean, they're not very dynamic offensively, but for Lamar Jackson being Lamar Jackson, that game in Kansas City shouldn't have been that close.
Right.
Well, you know what? Their play calling is definitely worse than our play calling because they definitely not using their offense right. Their play calling is terrible. So if they have terrible play calling against us and we can capitalize with turnovers, then we got action.
And that's what I'm not really worried about Baltimore's offense. Like if we could sustain Derrick Henry, right? And Isaiah Likely and Mark Andrews don't go off, I'm not afraid of this offense. Because we all know that he likes to throw the tight ends. That's one thing about Lamar Jackson. He loves to throw to Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely. Isaiah Likely had 9 receptions for 110 yards on the Kansas City Chiefs defense on Thursday night. He was their go-to.
Broken
so if we
plays.
can shut that down, and
he ain't gonna do that again.
What I want to see on the offensive side against this Baltimore defense, we got to be creative. Protect up front and be creative. And we got to sustain drives. We got to get that defense tired. Because if that defense is not tired and they getting off the field and they offense is doing this and doing that, our defense is going to end up being tired. So we're going to have to sustain drives. We got to do like at least 7-8 minute drives and get some type of points out of it. We can't have 2 to 3 minute drives, and then we got to punt the ball. You know what I'm saying?
The thing that helps us is we're at home too.
At the same time,
it's in Baltimore.
Oh, it's in Baltimore.
It's in Baltimore.
We got.
I'm
sorry, because you're going. That's right.
Yeah, Darian said be there. But it's an early kickoff too.
Oh, we don't play well early kickoff though.
1 p.m. Eastern time for us.
Yeah, we don't play well when we travel like that. But like I said, let's be positive. Kumbaya. I think we got action though.
Yeah, no, I think we can put Lamar Jackson under serious duress.
Let me reply to this real quick though. Do you notice most of those running yards that J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards had was in like the fourth quarter when our defense was worn down?
Yeah,
look at the first 3 quarters of that. Look at the first 3 quarters of our defense shutting that running game down. All that running came all in the fourth quarter. Enough said.
I was wondering if those were EA Madden numbers for J.K. Dobbins or not.
No, but them was closeout runs though. Them runs was closeout runs though. I'm talking about slam the door runs though.
They was closeout runs in the fourth for us not to get the ball back in enough time.
Yeah,
we were tired. Defense was tired at that point.
So
Dobbins he made a great read and cut that shit out, to the off tackle to the left and just was housed because he's fast. Sometimes the other team makes plays, bro. You know what I mean? Like Bosa made a play. Sante Samuel made a couple plays. Those dudes play football, so we gotta, it happens.
Yeah, defensive players get contracts too.
So, my question to y'all is this: what do the Raiders defense have to do to What do y'all feel like they have to do to at least, contain Lamar, because he likes to run before throwing, and like contain Lamar, Derrick Henry, Likely, and Andrews. What do we do have to do as collective to win this game on the defensive side of the ball?
For Lamar, you have to keep your rush lane integrity. Keep him inside the pocket, and Max and whoever else is going to be on the other side. They need to run not their full L, but just the long part of the L, and keep those rush lanes intact.
Christian Wilkins is key.
Yeah, and he's gonna have to get a tremendous push up front. The reason why we brought him over here and signed him to all that dough. I think Spillane is a really good linebacker, and if Christian can get and the D tackles can get pushed up the middle, because we know Derrick Henry has to get started, and he's lost a step, bro. Let's just call it what it is. He has lost a step. So we know at being 6'4" and 250 pounds, he's got to get going. So it's going to be critical for the defense to get some sort of penetration on those obvious rush downs. But then whenever plays start breaking down and stuff like that, got to keep Lamar in that box, man.
Yeah, the safeties. I think the Epps and Merrick are going to be. It's on them to make some plays this week on defense. The tight ends are going to be issues, so the safeties are going to have to make plays, and then supporting the run fits so that Henry can get started and get going, and then you think we pressured Herbert, we're going to be bringing it in this game. So the safeties will be blitzing. There'll be corner blitzes. We're going to bring a lot of pressure, just like we did this week. And because
where was Paul Malu?
I didn't see a lot of him, even though he's supposed to play. I don't know. That's a good question. I have to go back and look at the tape, but I didn't see him.
Yeah, he was missing from me. Now I think about it.
Mm-hmm. We ran with with different options at nickel. It was Hobbs all day at nickel. We didn't really take him out, and so I think Jacorian Bennett playing the way he played just didn't leave a lot of room for Palmada to get on the field, because the secondary was just locking people up. So they weren't moving the ball, so they probably want to change anything, right?
Okay, so I know I'm gonna have to throw this topic in here, and I saw it in a lot of Facebook groups, but I'm about to nip this all in the bud, right? People talking about they want Derek Carr back. Let me nip this in the bud right now. I understand Derek Carr looked good against the worst team in the NFL and the Carolina Panthers. Now, those people that want Derek Carr back is the same people that wanted Derek Carr gone. That's one. Number two, you want Derek Carr back, right? But my thing is this. This is an organization issue where Derek Carr shouldn't have left in the first place, but he left. He shouldn't have left in the first place, but
they ran him out.
He didn't leave. He didn't leave. They kicked him out.
They ran him out. They told the nigga don't come back to the building.
Because let me just say this. He said Derek Carr is the mother effing problem. I'm not even a Raiders fan. Listen, he played against the worst team in the league in the Carolina Panthers. Gardner Minshew probably could do the same thing on the Carolina Panthers. Let's just be honest. The Panthers is just that bad. But I'm gonna say this though. Me personally, I felt like if we're going to move on from a Derek Carr, we got to have a plan in place to get a better quarterback that's better than Derek Carr. And I think the organization didn't think about that after giving him the boot. But we're here now. He's with the New Orleans Saints. He's not going to come back to Las Vegas. So we have to nip it in the bud. I just feel like organization-wise, we didn't have a true plan to get a quarterback that was better than Derek Carr after we gave him the boot. That's all I really got to say for it. I feel like he was a scapegoat to trade for Devontae Adams, to bring his best friend here, thought he was going to play with his best friend, and it didn't happen. It was a scapegoat. So other than that, we have to move on from it. Stop talking about Derek Carr. He's with his second year with the Saints. He's there. We can't do nothing about it now. It's over with.
So you said you've been seeing a lot of that in different Facebook groups?
Plenty of Facebook groups from the Raiders.
Wow.
Hey, my Facebook group that I'm in, I wanted to stop being a Raider fan just because of how the whole Derek Carr thing was playing out, how everybody was complaining and get him out of there. And I'm like, for who though? You can't get rid of somebody and don't have nobody, right? But I agree with you. Like, he not coming back. Like, for real. In my heart's a heart, I really wish he would come back, but we should have never got rid of him. You know what I'm saying? He got sabotaged out. It wasn't like he left. And they didn't have no plan in place because the goal was to just get rid of him. Like, they did him dirty, like, for real. Like, I really wish we could keep him. I don't think they scapegoat Devontae to come there just to get rid of Carr. I just think we was just dysfunctional. The Raiders put the fun in dysfunctional. So we just didn't know what we was doing right there. I think that's just one of those things that where the people are mad now. That's actually, I'm glad they at least leaving their delusion, because now that they looking at the girl that they've been dating, and it's like, well, ain't none of them as bad as Derek Carr was. So pause, but now they got a little seller's remorse. So they got a year to cry about it. Well, at least half a season. I don't want to hear it all season, but you got half a season to cry about it. But yeah, y'all should have remorse, because that Derek Carr was like an anchor of our franchise, and we treated him dirty. We should do everything we could to get him back right now, but we're not.
Okay. So we did do him dirty. We did do him dirty. But the problem for me is not that he's gone. I wanted him gone. The problem is that Ziegler screwed it up and we got nothing for him because we gave him a trade clause. We signed him to an extension, gave him a trade clause, and then had to trade him the next year. So no foresight. He was easily worth a first-round pick or more. And with that situation, we would have got, yes. Yeah, we could have got a first-round pick for him. Absolutely. Yeah. Because he's a starting quarterback in the NFL. And they signed him to a huge
quarterback in the NFL. And
I don't know about
a
that.
contract extension. I can say a first round pick, but my thing is this: the 9 years that Derek Carr was here.
But hold on.
Imagine if Derek Carr was here with that defense and the offensive weapons that we have.
Derek Carr had a defense in the Saints, and they didn't even make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs.
That's his first year, though.
I don't care.
No,
Derek Carr had a chance, bro. Derek Carr had a chance.
Though.
Okay, it's time to move on.
It's time to
should have gotten something for.
But the Raider Nation is making this an issue. The Raider Nation is making this an issue because now they see the quarterback situation that we are in right now, or we were last year.
Yeah,
now
because we got nothing for our quarterback.
But let me just be
starting quarterback and got nothing. That's
what. But what I'm saying to you is, if we would have kept Derek Carr with the defense that we had and the weapons that we have now, we are already a playoff team.
Already, mark my words. He will Derek Carr with the Saints again, okay? Because he's Derek Carr, bro. We watched him do it 9 times. Okay?
9 times with defense. It was not just the league for 9 years,
bro. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me we lost all the games because the defense was bad. It was also because Derek Carr was not good enough.
You tripping?
He cost too much money. He costs too much money. What he does.
Wait. Let me tell you this. In the 9 years, how many number 1 receivers that he had? Let's be honest. What product did we give Derek Carr to succeed here? What product?
We gave him Hunter Renfrow.
Bro.
That was
Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. What happened there?
Waller. These niggas ain't even in the league right now.
His best receiver in his career was Michael Crabtree. That was his best receiver in the 9 years that he was here.
So you know what? We'll just let time tell. When Derek Carr wins, you wake me up.
No, wait a minute. They're not mutually exclusive. They're not mutually inclusive. They're not mutually inclusive. They're not. The reason why I say they're not mutually inclusive because, for one, the Saints is a whole different division than what the Raiders got going on over here. What we know about the AFC West is that it's always tight enough for one of them teams like the Raiders or the Chargers could get into the playoffs. They even gave the NFL an extra game that helped the Raiders get into the playoffs every year. Like we was always 1 or 2 games away with Derek Carr from going to the playoffs. It's just that we always had some shit show going on around him, giving him multiple offensive coordinators, and then when he do get hurt, we want to blame it on him when it was clear it wasn't his fault he got hurt. You know what I'm saying?
6
but
offensive coordinators in 9 years.
I don't understand why we don't like Derek Carr like that. Like,
it wasn't
I
no
love Carr,
stability
bro, but
when
he was
Derek
not the
Carr
guy.
was here. It was no stability with 6 different offensive coordinators in his 9-year career.
Derek Carr was different after 2016. He stopped standing in the pocket. He was throwing the
He
ball
was
into the
different after
ground.
2016
No, he was
because
different for the first 2 years
Come on,
after
man.
that.
He was horrible in the red zone.
You cannot tell me
horrible in the red zone.
right now. Derek Carr can't
tell me what's the play calling.
You're crazy.
Hold up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm waving the white flag. We are not gonna have a civil war this episode. All right. The bottom line is that the bottom line is that the car is gone, and we gotta find a new one. Period. That's it.
I get that. I get that. But as an organization, we've done nothing to replace the 9 years that Derek Carr had for us when he had nothing here. He had the worst defense, and he had the worst defenses in 9 years that he was here, and he only had 2 good receivers in the 9 years that he was here. He didn't have no great tight ends like that in the 9 years that he was here, outside of Foster Moreau.
Yeah,
So
y'all
that's what I'm
disrespecting
saying.
him.
When it comes to this, if Derek Carr was still here this year, we're
but people
playoff team.
But we would have went to the playoffs the year that he was getting sabotaged. If he wasn't getting sabotaged so blatantly, we would have made the playoffs that year.
We can't afford his contract. If Derek Carr is here, we're not re-signing Malcolm Kuntz.
Carr would have restructured his contract. The only reason why he put that clause in there because he saw we was getting ready to backdoor him.
And I would have done the same thing he did. I would have waived everything because now all of the blood, sweat, and tears that I put in to Oakland and into Vegas, and y'all gonna come to me with 3 games left in the year saying don't even come to the building. I would have waived. I would have said, nah, man, I'm not gonna do nothing to help y'all out. That was dirty, bro. That was dirty.
I would have went home and came back like Gilbert Arenas. No, I'm just playing.
Man, you're giving him the contract, and the way they treated him is what went wrong here. You know, he should have just been traded respectfully. He should have finished the season out, and then he wouldn't have been benched, and then he would have been a first-round pick worthy quarterback. Because even though he didn't play outstanding, he wasn't playing like dog shit. And like you said, the dude can play. You know what I mean? And it's not too many starting quarterbacks that are available, right? So we could have got first, maybe a second, late first, early second for him, and then combine that, and we would have our quarterback of the future right now, and nobody would be complaining. But Ziegler screwed that up, and Josh McDaniels screwed that up. And that's why we are where we are right now, because of those two. That's why I still openly will fight Josh McDaniels on site. Just let him know.
Hey, Josh McDaniels is the reason why. Josh McDaniels is the reason why we don't have CJ Stroud.
Right.
Period. Point
I'm
blank.
with you. We could do like the little rascals. I'll go down. I'll stand behind him, and then so you can push him. And then we just dogpile him.
Yeah. On site, bro. On site.
It's definitely, but I just wanted to nip that in the bud. Like at the end of the day, Carr's not coming back. He's happy in New Orleans. He will play us this year, so it's going to be interesting to watch. So
he did say that he was still cool with the Raiders organization.
I'm blaming the Raiders organization for how they did Carr.
He should.
No. He's saying that. No, he's saying that Derek Carr is still cool with the Raiders organization.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I think that that's
what
he's down with.
Say.
You know, he's an Uber Christian. He don't even cuss. So
he's a good Christian. He goes to church. He's a pastor.
Yeah, like
I think he knows it was God and not everybody else.
Raiders.
He don't say nothing bad.
He's still a man, y'all. Come on, he's still a human.
True,
He's
true,
He's
you
still,
know,
he's still human, but he gonna say behind closed doors that the Raiders are the devil.
but I will,
the person
I will tell y'all this. I will tell y'all this. I know a lot of Saints fans. I mean, a lot of Saints fans. You got to understand. I graduated from high school and college in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Saints fans. Do you know, like 98% of them have told me, Willie, y'all need to take Derek Carr back.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Man,
until they start winning.
They ain't saying that this week though. After they beat Carolina,
Right, exactly.
Yeah, they wishy-washy.
And that's why I haven't said
that dude after week 3 last year.
So we'll give them Minshew and AOC for Derek Carr. I'll take it.
Talk that, Black.
I'll take it.
Oh, their backup is Spencer Rattler.
I don't care who he is.
What do we do with that contract, though?
Hey, he got to do something with the contract. He needs to do something with the contract too. He got to give a little too.
Telesco could do something with that contract though,
because that means we losing. If he don't do something, then Kuntz, Spillane. Well, Kuntz is hurt now, but you know what I'm saying. He'll pick back after that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get rid of Diablo.
Now he's hurt.
Get rid of Diablo.
Spillane. Jack Jones got to get signed in 2 years. Not this year, but next year. Probably.
Man, we've done stupider things. Come on, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
We played Jamarcus Russell all that money, and look how that's
a lot. I'm just saying we can't keep the defense and then bring Carr back, bro. It's just not.
You know what I like about you, though?
Let's just leave the Carr alone. Can we not?
No.
No.
Black was smoke, y'all.
Black was smoke. No, I won't say nothing until y'all bring it up. It's kind of like in the courtroom. Like if you don't introduce it, I won't say nothing. But if somebody says something about it, I'm gonna go off.
I wanted to get it off my chest because when I was doing this by myself and I was doing Reaction Mondays, right? And when, like right after the game was over, and I did Reaction Mondays, I had a call-in show. People, it was so when I say I had like hundreds of people in the chat back then talking about how it's time for Derek Carr to go. Get this scrub out of here.
Right.
The same people that was in those chats is now saying, damn, we lost Derek Carr with a good defense and some weapons. Damn.
Funny how that works.
They resenting it now.
Funny how that works, huh?
Right.
Funny how that works. That's why I had to bring it up, man. So thanks to y'all. I told y'all it wasn't going to be no plan at the Derek Carr. What was the plan? It wasn't one.
No, because idiot did it. Joshy Boy.
It's on
We're going
site.
to go the Patriot way instead of the Raider way. But the Raider way hasn't been working either. I mean, we got the Raider way not going for it on fourth down in week 1. I mean, that's the Raider way, right?
That's gonna change.
I don't know about that one, cuz that one was a head scratcher for me. I was like, what?
Thinking shit is sweet. That shit ain't sweet.
Oh, y'all should have seen my reaction when I did the play-by-play. I said, what are you fucking doing? I'm sorry, I had to curse on the play-by-play. I said, what the are you? I was pissed on the play-by-play.
Yeah, we got to do better than that.
All right, so quick final scores for week 2 against Baltimore. What's your scores? What's your scores? Raiders win this game? What we doing?
Y'all want me to be that guy and go first?
Yeah, go first.
I was really waiting for Hot Spot because the way he was like, he was getting ready like he about to be in a UFC fight. Like, I mean,
you can go first. Go first, then.
Oh man, see, okay, all right. So I think we're gonna have a bounce back week. I think the team is together. I think they're gonna rally behind their coach, and I think they're gonna come out firing. The thing that we need to do is something that we are accustomed to doing, which is play hard on defense and have the defensive line dominate their offensive line. So I think that's really doable for us. This is a game that lays out for us in that way. I think Minshew will continue to play well, and I think we can squeak out a victory here. I think it's going to be close. Something at the end of the game, I can see us winning something like, 24-21, on a late field goal.
and getting a turnover from the defense to give us a short field and help the offense out, right? I think you probably see the run get established this week, but I think what you will see also is us use the short passing game to set up the run and the deep pass. So yeah, that's my prediction.
That sounds wonderful. We need to clip that. Make sure you put mine right behind it. Pause. Because I'm gonna say my heart tells me the Raiders gonna win 21-17, but my mind said we gonna lose 31-14, 30-14.
Is it drops Mike after that?
Oh man.
30.
Now, Willie, go ahead, because
Well,
Black, man,
it is.
Sorry.
It is the narcotic that remains the Oakland / Los Angeles / Oakland / Las Vegas Raiders. and I have been hooked on this drug for way too many years. And you know what was crazy is that I like it. I like it.
Yes. He said, I liked it.
I will tell you, I will say this. I think it's going to be closer than what people think. I think we're going to hold Derrick Henry in check, and we're going to force Lamar to have to throw the ball to beat us. And the Raiders are actually going to get a turnover in this game, maybe 2. And one of them actually may result in a touchdown. I'm going Raiders 24, Ravens 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
So it's down to me, right?
Oh, you, Captain.
Oh man, so I'm gonna be at this game on Sunday, so I would not be on YouTube doing the play-by-play. I would actually be in the building for this game.
No pressure.
I will go live from M&T Bank Stadium. I will go live from there. Shout out to Myra D2. The weather right now, it says it's gonna be like 85 degrees with a little like a 20% chance of rain.
And we could do the play-by-play and you pop in at halftime or whenever you want to.
Okay, yeah, I could set it up through StreamYard and y'all could do if y'all want to do the watch party. I could set it up
that's
through
cool.
there. And I could pop in through there, but I kind of like if our offensive line can protect with this defensive line, because Matt Boudica is really good on the defensive line for the Baltimore Ravens. If we can protect and run the football effectively, I think this is going to be a defensive game. I don't see a high-scoring game here, just because of the 2 good defenses that we have. Now, like what Willie said, if we could keep Lamar Jackson in the pocket and not let him run all over us, I think we got a 17-14 game and Daniel Carlson wins with a field goal. The game with a field goal. I see that because I just don't like Zay Flowers is good, but he doesn't scare me. I think he can be covered. Isaiah Likely, when it comes to him, if we could keep him from not getting 100 yards receiving, because Mark Andrews is not getting the targets that Isaiah Likely is getting. So I'm not scared of Rashad Bateman. I'm not scared of Mark Andrews right now. Isaiah Likely is their offense. Him and Lamar Jackson, that is their offense. Derrick Henry lost a step. This offensive line lost a lot of pieces in the offseason. They're not that good. If our defensive line can get to Lamar Jackson and not give up big runs, 17-14 is going to be a defensive game.
There it is.
And I'm not mad at that, but 30 points, Black. Now I can talk my shit because you really think the defense is going to give up 30 points?
Well,
30.
It's not so much the defense giving it up like that. It's like our offense is still going to be like, we're not scoring 21 points this week. Like, I could be wrong, though. like, I could be wrong. Like, if they come out and score 21 points this week and lose, then I'm gonna be like, okay, we on our way, right? Because we're not really supposed to beat the Ravens. Like, we're not supposed to beat them. But we're the Raiders. We beat the teams we not supposed to beat, and we lose to the ones we not supposed to lose to, like last week. So I can see that happening, right? So it kind of depends on how we lose. But if we play true to form, like how we gonna progress a little bit at a time as a team, then I think we're only gonna score like 14, 17 points. So that's why I'm like, this season, y'all, we gotta give ourselves a mulligan this season, because really we don't know what we got, and AP don't know what we got, but we got a bunch of coaches in the building and some unfortunate injuries, because I think had Kuntz not got injured, that takes our defense to another level though, for real. So I don't know. I just got to see what happened, but I just don't think that the Ravens are going to go down 0-2. That's why. That's the only reason why I think that they're really going to just win like that in my mind. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to put up 24 points at least. So,
and just to throw one stat, it don't really have nothing to do with us, but it's crazy how in the AFC North that Pittsburgh is leading the division without even scoring a touchdown. Every other team in the AFC North is 0-1, and Pittsburgh is 1-0 with no touchdown scored.
Wow, that's a hell of a stat.
Crazy, right?
Yep.
6 field goals against the Atlanta Falcons. 6.
Listen, at least they designed the offense to fit around the quarterback.
6 field goals?
6 field goals to win the game. They did not score not one touchdown.
That's terrible.
And Justin Fields has been named the starter for this week too.
Yeah, exactly. I give their coordinator some credit, because he realized really quickly that passing the ball in certain ways and trying to rely on Justin Fields like he's a regular quarterback is not going to work. And so they ran different kind of stuff that really
you're talking about Arthur Smith that allowed Cordell Patterson to run the ball on 3rd and 6. Good job.
I'm not saying, listen, I'm not saying it was perfect. Okay,
yeah, he's not perfect, but I mean, you got a Najee Harris and a Jalen Warren where you put Cordell Patterson as a receiver, now playing running back on the 3rd and 6. Yeah, not a big fan of Arthur Smith, because that's why he's not the head coach for the Falcons anymore. that tells a lot. But any final thoughts before we head out, y'all? Because we is past our time, but any final thoughts before we head out?
I'm good.
I appreciate being on the show. It's not like a swan song I'm doing or nothing. I'm just saying that it's good to see different complexities of how we see things, because we all bring something different to the conversation. So I'm glad to see that. It's good. Shout out to the people that was in the chat. Make sure you're hitting the like and the subscribe button, so that way more people can see it, so we can have more of these type conversations.
Fact.
For sure.
And one more thing, Black. Colorado needs to bounce back this year. They need to bounce back.
They're done. They're done.
Well, my Tennessee Vols is 2-0, about to be 3-0. So
hey, Colorado got exposed last week.
Colorado got exposed last season.
In the locker room playing Shador's song going. Y'all didn't see that?
No, I didn't see it at all.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in the group chat. Hey, Nebraska was playing Shador's song in the locker room.
Wait, during the loss or before the game?
No, after the game.
Yeah, after they whooped them.
Y'all had Matt Rule spank y'all from Nebraska, and y'all do that?
No, I'm saying Nebraska was trolling them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
They was in there clowning. They was clowning. But the thing about it is, hey, Colorado been exposed. And the thing about it is, they are one-trick pony. They in trouble. They in trouble. Like, they is in trouble. Like, they already had a schedule already. Like,
they might win 3 games all year.
Man, right. They've been exposed, and they look the same. They look like the same team as last year.
Even with 5 new starters at offensive line. That's crazy.
They're terrible.
How can they still not block?
But Willie, let them know where they can find you at.
Twitter Facebook, TikTok, Dallas, Texas, Instagram, LinkedIn. What else? MySpace. No, I'm just joking.
Christian Mingle.
Right. I got a wife, man. I can't be on Christian Mingle.
Listen, you just promoting the podcast. You doesn't have to be on there just to be. You're not mingling.
That boy
No.
said LinkedIn.
No, but I do want to say this though. We did premiere my wife's podcast last night. It's called Don't Jump. I'm gonna be uploading it probably within the next couple of days. And we just talking about mental health and you know, she's got a lot of gifts, and I just want to see her get to the point to where God has ordained her to be. So look out for that. That's real big in our family right now.
That's what's up.
That's
Shout
what's
out
up.
to White D.
I'll subscribe for sure.
Check it out. I will be in there. Yeah, mental health is
Let them
important.
know where they can find you at.
You know, you can find me on the strip. Usually not. I mean,
On the turf.
I'm out here in Vegas. Chilling. But YouTube, man, hit me on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I respond to all comments. If you want to argue with me, I argue all the time. Or you can just be cool too. You know what I mean? So yeah, come on by.
Well, y'all know where y'all can find me at NBR Pod 1 on both social medias. And you know, I'll be live on the other channel, D Hopkins Sports Live, the rest of the week, doing WNBA, Thursday Night Football, WNBA on Friday. I won't be doing nothing Saturday because I'm going down to Baltimore Saturday. I'll be down there to Monday. So me and the missus is going down there. You know, we're going to shout out to Myra G. Myra G is definitely coming from California. We're going to meet up down there. I'll probably throw a little quick interview with her in here because, you know, she's like one of the content creators for like with the Raiderettes and stuff like that. She told me about everything that's going on down there, Raider Nation wide, where they tailgating at, where they partying at. So I'm gonna be with the Raiders all weekend outside of me and the missus getting we're gonna try Baltimore seafood down there at the harbor. So that's
get the crab cakes.
The crab cakes.
Yeah,
okay,
get the crab
say
cakes.
no more. Say no more. So so I'll be live on the other channel. You know, we'll have our segments uploaded here as well. But thank y'all for tuning into another episode, man. If y'all do want to do CTE on Saturday, let me know. I can set it up for y'all. And if y'all want to log in and do CTE on Saturday, just let me know.
I'm in for sure. Yeah, we'll do that. And then Saturday night, I'm gonna do a preview of the Baltimore game with Western. Black might come through. What's going on? You gonna come through and do this on Saturday?
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Western Conference?
Yeah,
I gotta travel this weekend again, so I won't be in the CTE. We can't stay off that road, man. We're actually going to a wedding.
That's why he be feeling like crap when he comes back from being off the road all the damn time.
Right.
And you know it because we text, boy. We text. We know you be like, man, I don't be feeling well. I just came back from Dubai. I got COVID. Da 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 da. I'm like, bro, you stay outside.
Enough humor.
We like y'all like my big brothers from another mother, man. But thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Nothing But Raider Podcast, man. We'll see y'all. I will see y'all in Baltimore. You know, and I will set up the play-by-play so they can come through and do the play-by-play on this channel here. So make sure y'all check it out. We out. Peace, love, and blessings. Have a great night and go Raiders all day, every day. Let's go.
I didn't care as much about being respected as I cared from the standpoint of winning about being feared and being imitated. And then respect could come after that.